My urge to learn Kriya Yoga and my desperation for a living guru has increased enormously. Great opportunities were coming my way. I had this imposter syndrome, and I felt like in the visions, my gurus and gods were giving me confidence that we are with you. And lo and behold, it was a 6 hour face to face interview that day. I was with so much of energy. I love chaos now. I see opportunities in chaos, and I'm thriving and excelling. When I was lashing out that disappointment and anger, that was the very first time I basically found a second self of mine. Om Sri Guru Bhyo Namaha. My humble and heartfelt salutations to Sri 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 Bhogna Siddhar Garu, Sri 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 Mahavatar Babaji Garu, and Pujya Guru Sri Aathmanandamayi Ammagaru. Today I would like to share my experience on how did I come into the Sushumna Kriya Yoga and how Ammagaru has accepted me as her disciple. I have done lots of meditations prior to getting into Sushumna Kriya Yoga. Though I have actually done many meditations, I could not really connect with any one of them. I read Autobiography of a Yogi in 2018, and after that, my urge to learn Kriya Yoga and my desperation for a living guru has increased enormously. A living guru is required in order to make a progress in our spiritual life. Though I have no clue why I wanted a living guru, but my desperation was very much true. I was doing some kind of meditation, not sure what I was exactly doing. In 2022, I started doing meditation daily by getting up in the morning. But one fine day on Bhogi of 2022, after the so called meditation that I was doing, I just actually dropped down to my knees and I started crying desperately for a living guru. I'm an ardent devotee of Sri Sripada Sri Vallabha, the first incarnation of Lord Dattatreya. I started begging Sripada, why are you not giving me a living guru? I really, really want a living guru. How many times do I have to request you to give me a living guru? Why am I not actually being given to a living guru, shown a living guru? And that particular day, there was a miracle that happened. In a WhatsApp message, I found Sushumna Kriya Yoga information. It was shared by one of our Kriya yogis, Sushmita Vadde from Ashburn, Virginia. I never heard of this particular Sushumna Kriya Yoga. So I started actually learning about it and started doing my research. And as I actually saw Mahavatar Babaji, I had an instant connection to the autobiography of Yogi. And then when I read about Bhognath Siddhar Garu, and then after that, when I started reading about Ammagaru, and also watched all the interviews of Ammagaru, it was just mesmerizing. I fell in love with Ammagaru. And I'm like, yes, Ammagaru is my guru. I really want to get initiated into Sushumna Kriya Yoga. So that is how I actually got initiated into Sushumna Kriya Yoga in Jan of 2022. And while I have done my 49 days of meditation very sincerely without missing a day, and always doing it with Ammagaru through one of the live sessions, I had lots of experiences. I was actually getting lots of different smells, sometimes very, very pleasant smells. Sometimes there were foul smells, and my mentor, Divya Raj Garu, was mentioning that when we are getting such kind of smells, it is like purging is actually happening. So there were lots of experiences during that particular time frame, and also Magaru blessed me with lots of visions. While all this was happening, a thought basically came in my mind. I'm of a kind where I get the faith only through experience, and for that my logical mind keeps on asking for like answers. So that is how I am, and so here started my pursuit on basically, am I accepted by Ammagaru? That question started off in my mind, and I kept actually asking this particular question: is Ammagaru my guru? How do I know? And if yes, then how do I know that Ammagaru has accepted me? So one of the Kriya yogis, out of the blue, in April actually called me, and I don't know how she got my number. And I expressed the same question to her, like, how do I know that Ammagaru is my guru? And she said, you cannot pick your guru. Only when you're ready, the guru comes to you. So she kind of actually clarified that. And whenever I had any kind of questions, I always used to get my answers in some way, shape, or form through Inner Miracle videos, through Facebook messages, through WhatsApp messages, etc. So that was actually clarified. Great. Second question was like, does Ammagaru accept me as her disciple? This was lingering in my mind. On Chaitra Purnima day, I had a beautiful vision in which Ammagaru said that Ammagaru is accepting me as her disciple through some of the messages. That was great, but again, my logical mind felt like maybe I'm hallucinating because this is my question, so I'm asking about this. So that's what it is, and I did not really want to believe in that. I wanted more validation around it. Then on June of 2022, uh, on one particular day, I had a vision that there was a homam kind of a thing happening, and the the Punarahuti was actually happening, and I could smell it, I could feel it, the homam and the Agni Gundam and all that. It was very mesmerizing, and I did not understand like why am I getting this vision. And that day happened, and the very next day, it so happened that I was meditating in my in one of my rooms where we have the shrine, and I saw my beloved God, my beloved three gods actually. And the first one, Vinayaka, in his full form, came and sat right in front of me, and he mentioned to me that I'll tell this in Telugu. గురువుని కావాలని అడుగుతూనే ఉన్నావు కదా, అందుకోసం నీకు గురువుని సెలెక్ట్ చేశాము. Since you have been asking ardently for a guru, we have selected a guru for you. And I saw Vinayaka taking my right hand and putting it into Ammagaru's hands. And Ammagaru was sitting onto my right side. And he put the hands into Ammagaru's hands, and it was like appagintalu chestunam. I mean, he's handing over me to Ammagaru. That was done by Vinayaka first. Then, second, my beloved God, Sri Sripada Sri Vallabha, he came in the light form, and he did the same thing by putting my hand into Ammagaru's hand. And third, Sri Sridi Sai Baba Garu came, and he did the same. He blessed me, and that way the Appagintulu were kind of done. And then I asked Ammagaru, Ammagaru, since you have now accepted me as your disciple, what Guru Dakshina should I be giving you? Then Ammagaru said, I'll ask you for two Guru Dakshinas, but for now, I'm asking you one. Give me your anger. I was shocked. Um, so to begin with, I do have a lot of anger, and I was really shocked to see that Ammagaru asked me for that, and I was very surprised. So that was one experience. Though the I had such amazing visions and I was overjoyed, still my logical mind unfortunately was asking for more validation, in person validation. So finally, I basically asked Ammagaru, if you really treat me that I'm your disciple, if you accept me as your disciple, give me 5 minutes of FaceTime, just 5 minutes of FaceTime. I was actually going to India in the December, and Ammagaru's there was no any sessions or anything that were happening. So my mentor mentioned that Ammagaru, it is not possible to meet Ammagaru just like that. It is possible only if I come to a public class. And so the public class was happening on Jan 1st in Vijayawada. But I was coming to Hyderabad, and I wasn't sure if I will be making it to Vijayawada or not, and I was a little dejected. And so I started putting a sankalpa that Ammagaru, if you really bless me as your disciple, then please give me 5 minutes of your FaceTime. And right when I was going to Hyderabad, I was about to actually start to Hyderabad. I got the call from Divya Garu saying Ammagaru is actually coming to Hyderabad for a different occasion, and there might be a chance for me to basically meet Ammagaru. Finally, in December, I actually got an opportunity to meet Ammagaru for 15 minutes, and with the whole family, we went and we basically met Ammagaru and got Ammagaru's blessings. I'm really truly thankful for Ammagaru to basically uh, giving me so many validations and saying that yes, Ammagaru is actually accepting me as her disciple. Thank you so much, Ammagaru. Uh, I would like to actually share my experiences on the materialistic benefits. Now, I did not come into the meditation for any kind of benefits. I did not have any expectations. But as I was actually looking at some of the inner miracle videos, I learned through some of the videos that people were also getting material benefits, and I was thinking to myself, oh, the meditation also provides material benefits, but that's fine. I am not in for any kind of material benefits. I have a good job, a very consistent job that I've been doing for a very long time. Things were really fine on my work professional side, and things were good. So I did not have any expectations. Of course, like everyone else, I did have some complaints or the other in my current role and things like that. Now, seeing me, my husband also actually got initiated in April of 2022. And he actually did his 49 days without any break. And after completion of his meditation, 10 days after that, he actually got promoted to director role. And when that happened, a thought passed in my mind. It's not great if he gets promoted. If I get promoted, yeah, then that's actually something different. Then that's a miracle. So this was the kind of thought that I had, and I don't know why even I thought about it, because definitely it was very difficult for me to get promoted in my company, as it was kind of a saturation point, and promotion was definitely not that easy in the current company that I was in. And I just forgot about it. A thought passed, and I just left it out. But 3 days after this particular thought passed, I got an email from an executive recruiter talking about a director role, a promotional opportunity at a different company. I just laughed to myself, thinking, "Oh my God, gurus have actually observed my thought. Look at this email." And I was just actually smiling to myself. I'm like, "Okay, the email looks amazing. The opportunity looks amazing." And I thought, why not give it a shot? So that's how the interviews actually started off, and I started actually cracking one interview after the other. But when I was actually asked to come for a face to face interview, that's when I started actually panicking. The gurus really took it seriously, and they gave me this opportunity. What if I fizzle it out? And a little bit about on that particular aspect is, though I have been in the US for nearly 25 years, I used to basically have a lot of lack, I wouldn't say lack of confidence, but low in self confidence. I did my masters, I worked in the US for more than 20 years, but still the confidence part was somewhat fumbling. And especially when great opportunities were coming my way, I had this imposter syndrome. I felt like maybe things are coming just easily, or maybe I'm not actually eligible for this. Why are things actually coming my way? It was all very pessimistic attitude, as if, I don't deserve it, and things like that. So I was kind of not understanding, like, oh my God, what if I actually lose out on this opportunity? And my imposter syndrome completely kicked off, and I started freaking out. Right at that point of time, when I was doing the meditation, I had lots of visions. Some of the visions were as if Lord Vinayaka actually came, one specific vision where he was removing something from my head, and I did not understand at that point of time. And I just want to mention one thing over here, that I usually journal everything. So I wrote this in my journal at that point of time. I did not know what exactly it was, but he was removing something like haystacks out of my brain. And then I didn't think of it much, and I felt like in the visions, my gurus and gods were giving me confidence that we are with you. You need not really worry about it. You'll do great, and just go ahead with calm mind. And lo and behold, it was a 6 hour face to face interview that day. I was with so much of energy, so much of confidence, that even the interviewers were like very, very surprised. I mean, it was abnormally high confidence that I was actually showing. And in fact, I was also very surprised with the level of confidence that I actually had, and the ease with which I was doing all the interviews. And it went really well. And I basically got this job opportunity, the director role promotional opportunity. And while all this was happening, and I am actually preparing for the inner miracle, giving this inner miracle video, I just want to mention this, which is very important. Is, as I told, I was actually journaling, right? This happened in August of. I got the opportunity in August 2022, but in April 2022 on Chaitra Purnami day, I had a vision from Ammagaru, and in my journal, I basically wrote that the message that Ammagaru gave me is, you will get a role where you will unleash your potential. And I did not really understand. I have a good role, I have a good job. What does Ammagaru mean by this? And that's what I basically wrote in my journal as well. And lo and behold, after 4 months, I then realized what Ammagaru actually meant. So I had a really great opportunity, and right now I am doing very well in the new company in this particular role. So just wanted to share this beautiful experience of mine. Though I have not really asked Ammagaru for any materialistic benefits or gurus for any benefits, they have bestowed a lot on me even without asking. Post getting the director opportunity after a year, I had the great opportunity to come to my very first Guru Purnami at Somnath. The Somnath Guru Purnami went really well. I really was very happy and blessed to be part of the Guru Purnami event. But as everyone, all the other Kriya Yogis were mentioning, I did not really have any specific experiences or the energies, or the part that kind of saddened me was the way all the other Kriya Yogis were talking about Ammagaru with the bhavam. I felt like I was actually lacking that kind of a bhavam, and that part really saddened me a lot. So, and when I was returning from my journey from Somnath to Rajkot, I was meditating. During that meditation, I had a vision of Ammagaru, and in that meditation, Ammagaru gave me lots of messages. One of the message specifically was, "Don't worry about the fact that you do not have the bhavam. I will create a very strong bond between you and me by next Guru Purnami. Assalu worry avvaku. Don't worry about that." I was very surprised. How did the Ammagaru know about my innermost feeling? And that particular journey went well. And post that, when I went back to my office, I had an opportunity from our chief information officer who once called me in and said that there is a program that I had to basically lead. So that particular program was an utter chaos, and someone really required to basically put that back in shape. I was new to the company, and I did not really know how exactly how things were going to unfold. And I thought maybe gurus are giving me this opportunity because at that point of time, I did not have any kind of imposter syndrome anymore in me. The confidence levels from then on were like really high, and in every chaotic situation, I was seeing opportunities, and I was overjoyed when I was getting this kinds of opportunity. But it was extremely challenging, very very challenging. So here started my journey on that particular program. I had so many kinds of roadblocks and challenges, but there were many of them who started actually praising me, saying, "Oh, now you are on the program. We have the complete confidence that it will be back on track." The very first week, I was in full surrenderance. I'm like, "Okay, gurus gave me this opportunity. Gurus are going to basically show me the path, and I'm going to do it." But as I went into second week, there was this arrogance and pride that actually came into me. I would say more of pride, where I'm like, "Oh, as people started actually praising me, I started riding on my ego, where I was felt like, oh yeah, let me show them how I can actually deliver a program. I'll show them what it actually takes to do the program management." These were the kinds of feelings that I had, and that particular week, though I had multiple meetings and I did a lot of work, by end of Friday, I hardly did anything, and I was supposed to be reporting it to the CIO the very next week, and here I was where I could not even move a needle. I was just lost. Where did I go wrong? What really happened? I thought I'm going to have everything under control, and as I was sitting down, just completely kind of taken aback with the experience that I had, I casually opened up the Facebook, and there was a long message from one of the groups that I joined, which was Babaji's group. The gist of that message is, you are not the one who's doing anything. You are not the one who's actually delivering or working on the stuff. You are just an instrument. We are the ones who are driving everything. And if you do not have this particular bhava or surrenderance, then you will not succeed. It was slap on my face, and I immediately realized my mistake, that I completely put the surrenderance to the gurus in the back seat, and that was the reason why I did not really make much progress. So next week when I started off, I prayed to the gurus. I have a small like a picture of the gurus on my working desk, and I prayed to the gurus. Still, I was a little nervous, but as one of the most crucial meetings started, I did actually initiate one of my colleagues who is an American to the Sushumna Kriya Yoga. She's the first friend or my colleague who's an American that I have actually initiated. And I told her about Autobiography of a Yogi book, but that day she came 2 minutes early to the program. So I actually logged in 5 minutes early, and she came 2 minutes early to the program, to that particular meeting. And then she said, Sindhura, see what I have with me. And she showed me the book of Autobiography of a Yogi. I, I actually had tears in my eyes. I was really looking forward to for the gurus to basically bless me, and I was really requesting them to be with me. But I did not expect that gurus literally will be there in the meeting with me. Otherwise, how is it possible for her to basically bring that book and show it to me? She did not do that in any of the other meetings. I was really taken aback and was so surprised and overwhelmed with gratitude, and you can just imagine how things would have actually gone from there. There was no looking back, and by Guru's grace, I have a lot of success in my career by far, and I know it. I owe all of it to Gurus, and I'm just an instrument, and I'm doing my best to basically do the job that I have been given, be it professional or be it personal. Anytime I have different kinds of emotions, be it anger or extreme happiness or any other emotions that I have, it's very clear, or sadness. And I tell gurus, I know I'm not in surrenderance. I know I'm cribbing about things, but I know that gurus know the best for me. And even though I might not be comfortable doing something, and I'm put into situations that I'm not really liking, or it's very challenging, it's very difficult. I know they are doing it for a reason, and I totally trust what they are actually doing. So I keep telling gurus like. I'll cry or I'll be angry, but please don't mind. I know you do the best, so I won't actually ask them anything, because I know that they know the best, and they're giving me the experiences that I require to grow as a person in my spiritual path. And so, thank you so very much on that, Ammagaru and Paramagurus. Thank you very much. I would like to basically touch upon the introspection and the reflection aspects of the points that Ammagaru has always mentioned. Introspection is so critical. When I initially started Sushumna Kriya meditation, I'll have to be honest, I was not introspecting. But once I started introspecting, instead of doing it at the end of the day, it became a habit for me to basically introspect immediately after I said something. And now it is more of like, once I understand the patterns of how I might actually behave, I kind of actually understood, and I'm introspecting right before that, so that I can respond rather than react. And it's still a journey, but I'm sure with Ammagaru's blessings, I'll be improving year over year. And in this overall introspection thing, what I understood is like, I am the scientist, I am the specimen, I am doing all the experiments on myself, and I can see the results for myself. That's how I would actually treat the introspection as. So, would highly recommend all the Kriya Yogis to definitely do the introspection. It is really important for us to channel our energy and to conserve the great amount of energy that we are all receiving through this powerful meditation. And on reflection, it became such a crucial aspect of my life. When Ammagaru mentioned about reflection in the Somnath Guru Purnami event, I started actually doing that when I was going on for walks. That was my reflection time frame, where I was kind of actually evaluating what all was actually happening. What did I do? How did I react? What were the scenarios and things like that? And just to give an example, one of the situations I was extremely upset. I was disappointed, very disappointed about something that I was really expecting, that it did not go the way that I wanted. And when I was lashing out that disappointment and anger, that was the very first time I basically found a second self of mine. Sindhura, who was very upset, my ego self, and Sindhura, who was full of awareness and was with compassion looking at the ego self, and was seeing like, okay, that ego self is kind of lashing out with anger, with disappointment, and why is that actually happening? So for the first time, I felt like I was an observer to these two selves. Like, one was ego self and one was the awareness self, and that's when I realized that whenever all these strong emotions are actually coming out, anger or sadness or disappointment, and not just that, even sometimes it is like become we initially think that maybe it is humbling, especially when people are praising you. We tend to say, oh, it's all gurus. that is also a part of humbling, is also a kind of ego, is what I basically understood. Because when someone is praising you, I felt like I was actually saying, no, it's all gurus. But when someone was saying something, whether it was anything that was not making me feel good, feeling making me feeling disappointed, then I used to get angry. Then so that's where my awareness started coming in, and like, why am I actually feeling that I'm taking it when I'm disappointed or angry? I feel like, okay, why are they saying that to me? But when they are praising me, then I'm saying that it is all gurus. So that basically means I am differentiating these two things, which means I'm not in surrenderance. So anytime any emotions come out, it's very very clear that I am not in surrenderance. So this is a very important lesson that I kind of actually learned, because it always allows me to help to cross check, to self check, to see whether I'm in surrenderance or not. And these became my parameters to understand that, okay, I'm not. So even if someone is praising me and I am feeling happy about it, I know that I'm actually not in surrenderance. So I am working towards my journey, and I'm sure with Ammagaru's blessings and with Paramaguru's blessings, I'll definitely reach to that in this evolution of my spiritual journey. Day by day, I'm growing in that particular space where I'm surrendering myself, and I'm learning to surrender. Even if I'm forgetting, I sincerely request Ammagaru to please put me back on track, and never to leave my hand. Thank you so much, Ammagaru. Thank. I would like to actually discuss about the dreams and the visions that Ammagaru has given me. I felt these are so powerful, because initially when I was getting the dreams, I just took them for granted. But later on, I kind of actually realized that it's not the dreams; it's really Ammagaru who's actually coming and blessing us in the dreams. So I would like to share some of my experiences related to the dreams and the visions that Ammagaru has given me. The very first dream that I got on Ammagaru was in 2022 in November on Kartika Purnami Day. So just to give a bit of a background around that, some of my Kriya Yogi friends said that if you do meditation around 3 a.m., then you will have enormous experiences. So in pursuit of experience, I woke up at 3 a.m. in the morning, and I did meditation till 4 a.m. Nothing really happened, and I'm like, okay, there are no vibrations, or there are no experiences, and things like that. And I went off and actually slept off. When I slept, I got a dream where I and one of my cousins, who also is a Kriya Yogi, were standing outside an auditorium kind of a thing. And then we suddenly saw lots of Kriya Yogis coming our way. And it felt as if I knew all of them, and they were all greeting me as if we all knew each other. And then I saw Ammagaru. Ammagaru was coming, and all the Kriya Yogis were actually in front of Ammagaru. They were going inside, and Ammagaru was towards them. I went along with all of them, and then we went into this particular hall, a big hall. And then when everyone started talking, and there were lots of kids, and also in that particular hall. And then suddenly Ammagaru announced, like, okay, okay, sit down, everyone. Now it's time for meditation. And then I saw the watch, and I thought, oh, it is still 5:50 p.m. It was supposed to be the Paurnami meditation, which happens to be the Sayam Sandhya meditation in India. So it was 5:50 a.m. and I thought, oh, sorry, 5:50 p.m. And I thought, why is Ammagaru starting the meditation 10 minutes early? And everyone started sitting on like all the Kriya Yogis were sitting in on two sides of Ammagaru, and Ammagaru was in the middle. And then with that, I basically woke up. And just to give a little bit of a background, usually any Paurnami meditation related flyer or information used to come to us a day earlier, or at least like 18 hours earlier, saying this is the time, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. India time, which happens to be 7:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. Eastern time. That information always used to come, and for some reason, for that particular Kartika Purnami, there was no message. So I was checking the messages till almost like till the time I went to sleep, and there were no messages. That morning, I did not check the messages at all, and then I slept off. And when this dream came, I was so overjoyed, because Ammagaru came in my dream for the very first time, and I called my cousin, and I was happily sharing the information with her, and I was making the coffee and telling her that I finally got a dream on Ammagaru, and my joy knew no bounds, and etc. And happily, I took the coffee, I sat down, and it was almost like I would say our time 7:15 or something like that, 7:15, 7:20ish or something like that. And I went and I started having sips of coffee, and then I casually checked my WhatsApp, and then I got to see that there was a message from the foundation that the meditation was actually starting that day at 5:50 p.m. India time, which is 7:20 p.m., 7:20 a.m. US time, and it was already 7:20. I quickly put my coffee cup aside. I called my cousin saying the meditation is starting, and I immediately started off. Ammagaru started off the Omkaras already. I quickly caught up with Ammagaru, and I completed my meditation that day. And after that, I actually sent this experience to my mentor, and then I was told that Amagaru did come astrally, and that is how I basically got to know. And I was so shocked to see that the timings exactly matched, and it was not in fluke. It's not just that Amagaru comes, but it was a message. And had I not seen my WhatsApp, I would have missed out on the meditation. So this is the first experience that I wanted to share. And similar to this, I had lots of dreams. And first year there were just a few dreams, but after the Somnath trip and Chidambaram trip, my dreams were kind of actually increasing enormously. Like almost on a very frequent basis, I used to get lots of dreams. And it so happened that in after Chidambaram trip, I almost started having Amagaru's dream every few days in a week. And after Amagaru's USA trip started off, I almost started having dreams on Amagaru almost nearly on a daily basis. And at one stage, I thought maybe I'm thinking about Amagaru so much that I'm just actually getting Amagaru in the dreams. And I felt very strongly about that. Oh, I'm started hallucinating and I'm only thinking about Amagaru, so I'm getting all these dreams. So in September, right before the Miami event happened, that happened to be the last event of Amagaru's trip. I was always questioning myself: am I hallucinating, or why is Amagaru coming into my dreams so frequently? And in every dream, when Ammagaru was coming, I was cooking something for Ammagaru, and I saw some of the Kriya yogis who always accompany Ammagaru also in the dreams, and I also saw Prashantamma. It felt very very real. And in one of the dreams, I was actually preparing chapati, and I actually created a lot of dough. And Ammagaru asked, "I only eat one chapati. Why are you preparing so much?" I said, "I'm sorry, Ammagaru. I got confused, and I actually prepared a bit more." And then I sat at feet of Ammagaru, and I asked Ammagaru, Ammagaru, are you really coming to me, or am I hallucinating? And then Ammagaru said, no, I'm coming astrally. I said, when you're coming astrally, why am I cooking? Because I'm hungry. So that's the reason I'm coming astrally and I'm eating at your place, is what Ammagaru said. And it felt very happy. But I would like to share something which is very vulnerable over here, is due to my ignorance. I felt like when Ammagaru was coming so much, I maybe took it for granted, or I don't know, complete out of sheer ignorance. I basically asked Ammagaru, like, why am I getting so many dreams? If you come once in a while, I feel like you are actually really coming to me. But if I'm getting the dreams so frequently, I feel like I'm hallucinating. This is the thought I have expressed in my dream directly to Ammagaru. Believe or not, from that day, Ammagaru did not come into my dreams. I felt so dejected. Uh, it was very sad. And when Ammagaru stopped coming, then I realized that it was not just Ammagaru. It was Ammagaru was really coming, and I did not realize that. I know one of the other Kriya yogis have also shared something similar. So it's a lesson that I think everyone needs to know, that the gurus or the gods don't just come. It's not fluke. It's actually true, and we have to be very careful with our thoughts and with our words on this particular front. So just because the gurus are coming or the gods are coming in our dreams, we should definitely not take it for granted. And I learned my lesson. I felt very bad. I really actually was very dejected, disappointed. I'm like, I begged Ammagaru's pardon. I'm really, really sorry. I shouldn't have said that. I'm so sorry. Now that Ammagaru stopped coming, I realized what I actually did. And later on, I got a dream where some of Mahavtar Babaji's Guru Parampara related gurus came in the dream. Lari Ma Sailu for the first time came in the dream. I felt very blessed, and I was actually confirmed that really Lahari Ma Sailu did actually come and bless me in the dream. And the message in the dream was all gurus are one and the same. That basically means Ammagaru blessed me, saying that I took it like, okay, Ammagaru, forgive me for what I have actually done. And I got that particular dream. After that, now occasionally I get the dreams and I really, really cherish them. Those are the very, very auspicious, and now I will never ever take anything for granted. And once again, my sincerest apologies, Amagaru, and thank you so very much for blessing me on that particular front. As I joined the Sushumna Kriya Yoga in 2022, and I have experienced enormous transformation in my life. Um Before Sushumna Kriya Yoga, just to give a glimpse, I had lot of anger. There were lots of negative feelings or emotions that were actually in me. I felt there was discontentment. And something lack of like imposter syndrome that I was kind of actually mentioning about, and many more things. The list kind of actually goes on and on. And impatience was a virtue of mine, by the way. So that's also something that kind of actually defined. I had a lot of impatience, but I can confidently say, not just me, but everyone who's around me, who know me very well, they have observed, especially from a professional work life perspective, I have seen enormous transformation in how I was to how I am right now. The patience is something that has grown very, very much, and I could actually see that in myself, as well as people who I work with have, or people who know me very well have kind of actually attested to that, including my husband. That patience is something that has where I have actually grown a lot, as well as uh, I'm not actually kind of. I used to be very pessimistic. I used to basically see the glass always half empty rather than half full, and always used to get worried or confused when things were like not as planned and things like that. But post meditation, this is another area where I can basically see that things have changed significantly for me, because I love chaos now. I see opportunities in chaos, and I'm thriving and excelling in chaos, be it in my personal life or in my professional life. These are some of the things where I could actually see a great, a significant shift uh, before the meditation and after meditation. Now, after seeing all these different things personally and the materialistic benefits that gurus have actually bestowed upon me, and the calmness and the peace that is actually prevailing in my life, I felt like, as at least a token of my gratitude, I should be spreading the word about Sushumna Kriya Yoga to everyone. So that was a thought that came to me, and my mentor Divya Garu has really encouraged me to spread the word about Sushumna Kriya Yoga. But I was kind of thinking, how do I do it? I am in the US. Where do I go? Because back in India, I have actually heard everyone going to schools or colleges, and in the US it is a bit difficult. So I wasn't sure how to basically do it. But if our sankalpa is righteous, and we have Guru's grace, everything is possible. And so the same thing happened for me as well. A thought came to my mind. One of my uncles is actually part of a children Hyderabad Children Aid Society orphanage. I thought, like, if we are teaching it in schools and colleges, how much more important it is to basically teach such a powerful meditation technique to the orphanage children, and they require it much more. And my mentor really appreciated this particular idea. I got the permission from foundation, and with Guru's great blessings, here started my opportunity for service. And I was thrilled that Gurus have actually chosen me as an instrument to get this opportunity to teach the kids in the Hyderabad Children's Aid Society. So around 200 kids actually got initiated in the month of December. Right before, in fact, going to that particular initiation session, I actually got Ammagaru's darshan, and I got Ammagaru's blessings in Hyderabad. And right after that, we actually conducted the session. So that is how my service opportunity actually came through. And this through this, a thought arose in my mind that okay, how can I do this back in the US once I go back to US? So there was a temple in Virginia, Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami temple, and I spoke to the priest over there. I wasn't sure what will they say, will they accept or not. But again, prayed to Ammagaru. I felt like Ammagaru gave me the green signal to go and talk to the priest, and I did actually go there, spoke with him, and he instantly agreed. He's like, "Okay, yes, please come ahead and do your meditation session, conduct it." And I was very surprised. Like they just accepted just like that. And from Feb 2023 till date, every first Sunday of the month, we conduct the meditation session over there. So this is another thing that has been happening. And another very interesting aspect is I got initiated on 22nd Jan 2022, and after completion of my 49 days, what I've observed is gurus were actually sending me someone, some random person, but someone whom I know very well. Either could be my friends or family, and unexpectedly, right before that 22nd date of the month, they used to come and actually ask me about meditation, and they were actually eager to learn meditation. This seemed to be a very surprising thing to me, and through Ammagaru's and Paramaguru's blessing, I was able to basically conduct a few more sessions in some of the colleges in India through one of my aunt, who's also heading the educational institutions, who graciously agreed to conduct the meditation sessions. So many inter and degree college students actually got initiated. So I feel so overwhelmed and grateful that gurus have actually chosen me as an instrument to spread this great, powerful, simple technique to so many people that we could actually reach this out to. While this is the case, I did actually have a strong desire that I want to spread this to everyone in America. In India, there are so many Kriya Yogis who can actually spread this. But in America, how can all our Americans can actually get initiated? So that was my sankalpa that I had, and so I asked Ammagaru, I really want to spread to Americans as well. Please bless me. Is what I asked in Somnath, and Ammagaru blessed me. Right after that, after I came back and started working, one of my colleagues actually asked me about meditation. I didn't want to force any information onto her, so I said, "Fine, I'll actually let you know." And I didn't speak after that, and we got busy with our lives. But she again reached out to me and said, "You said you'll teach me meditation, but you never came back to me." Then I realized that she was actually interested and keen to learn about meditation, and that's when on one of the Purnami days, I taught her the meditation, and today I got an opportunity just in this May of 2025 to teach meditation to more than 100 of my colleagues in one of business resource group meetings, where all of them, I was the only Indian, everyone else were actually Americans. More than 100 Americans actually did the meditation very diligently, and they were in awe of how much peace and calmness they were basically having after this. And it's a really great opportunity. I felt so happy that finally the Sushumna Kriya Yoga meditation has been taught to so many of my colleagues, and who happen to be Americans. Thank you so much, Ammagaru, for this beautiful opportunity. And while I had great opportunity, service opportunities, like spreading the word from the meditation side of it, there was another message that Ammagaru gave me after Somnath Guru Purnami in one of the meditations. The message was, you will get the opportunities to spread the sky work at your own pace. Don't rush. Was the first message. The second message that I got in another vision, in another meditation session, was when the time is right, the right person from the foundation will let you know what you need to do. So Ammagaru was emphasizing not to rush, but and I journal everything. So I wrote these and I forgot, and I never actually looked back into these messages again. And thanks to the Inner Miracle video opportunity, so when I was going through my notes, I found these and I felt so grateful because I forgot about those messages, and in the haste, I felt like I need to do more, and I started actually contacting many people, many organizations. The conversations were going almost till the very end, and they were fizzling out, and it felt very disappointing. Like, why am I not succeeding in any of my attempts? Why am I not able to basically spread the Sushumna Kriya Yoga work in the US? Why is everything fizzling out? And I felt very dejected. And even in the temple that I actually take, it's only like one or two people that actually come, and I felt very dejected, like, oh, why am I not getting more people? So in one of the like before going to the temple, I once actually did meditation for just for 7 minutes before going and teaching the meditation over there. And during that 7 minutes, I had a vision of Sri Lakshmi Narasimha Swami, and Swami's message was, "You are just an instrument. Your work is to go stand there. You don't expect who should be coming and not coming. We will decide who will be coming. So don't unnecessarily waste your energy and time on why people are not coming or how many people should be coming. That's not of your concern." It was so strong that and very direct that after that it just felt like, you know what, I'm an instrument. I should not be thinking about what should be. I should not be thinking or about from an expectation standpoint. Just go do the work, come back. If someone comes, help them get initiated. If no one comes, just do the meditation and come back. It just took away that burden of expectation basically, and without expectation, without attachments, you'll feel the peace. So that's the other lesson that gurus have actually taught me through that particular episode. But going back to the service opportunity and the messages that Ammagaru gave, it did finally manifest when Ammagaru was coming to the US. I got great opportunity to do the service in the USA tour, the behind scenes technical work, and I was so happy that Ammagaru has blessed me to basically be part of that particular work. Not just that, the biggest work that I basically got the opportunity was leading one of the programs, Sushumna Sparks program, that Ammagaru has designed for all the children in the US. Like Anudinam Balanandam that happens in India, there is a program that Ammagaru has designed for the US, and Ammagaru has given me that great opportunity to basically lead that program, and I can I have no words left to basically say from my gratitude perspective. I'm so thankful, and it is so satisfactory, and I just feel so overwhelmed with gratitude. Thank you so much, Ammagaru. Thank you so much, Paramagurus. I'm always indebted to you, and thank you so much for making me an instrument and using me in whatever way, shape, or form for you to basically spread this sky work. Thank you so much. Mangalam, Nitya Shubha Mangalam.